In this video, we're going to talk about how to be a good leader in construction. And we're going to give you the basic keys to make it more comprehensible and easy. Well, probably not easy, but implementable for you. So you're really going to enjoy this video. I really hope you stay with us. We're going to talk about the two things that really support you as a leader in construction. What things you can't do in construction as a leader. The key 5 for everyone who's a leader or a manager. And the 2 things that will change everything for you as a leader. You're gonna love it. So let's get started. I will tell you, you probably know some of these, but it's totally fine. You're gonna love this reminder. You're gonna leave this video excited and you're gonna be able to implement it tomorrow. How cool is that? So number 1, it's lead yourself. You've heard this before and it's not a secret, but really that really is the basic component of being a leader is lead yourself. So if you want something from your team, do it yourself. If you're looking for behaviors from your team, do it yourself. If you want the team to be organized, be organized. If you want the team to be clean, right? So lead yourself. There's no such thing as somebody being chaotic and expecting organization from others. There's no such thing as somebody being late and expecting others to be on time. There's no such thing as me being mediocre and expecting everyone else to be excellent. It's just not a thing. So I highly recommend that you identify and write down what kind of leader do I, meaning you and I, want to be, and then really be that disciplined leader, that inspiring leader, because you're going to attract people like that. You're going to set that example, and now you can expect that from your team. So number 1, lead yourself. Number 2, take ownership. And yes, I stole this from Jocko Willink and from a number of other people from his book, Extreme Ownership. But the bottom line is that everything, let me just take me for example, everything in my organization with the team that I lead, everything's my fault. If I wanted it done differently, I would lead differently. I would get it done. I remember a really cool person, Weston Woolsey, who's a field director and member of the leadership team at a construction company. He said, Jason, this can all stop tomorrow for anyone as long as they decide that it stops tomorrow. Meaning that if something's not happening, analyze your leadership because you are responsible, you are accountable, and then here's the key. Everything is your and my fault, which is great. Like, that's not bad news. That means we can fix it tomorrow. So you own it. You have extreme ownership. If there's a relationship that you need to fix, own it, get it done. If there's an effort that you need to tackle, own it, get it done. If there's a culture problem you need to fix, own it, get it done. All of the results are based on you, your ownership of it, and the success of your organization or team is determined by the worst behavior that you are willing to tolerate. So number 2, always take extreme ownership. And number 3, why not take ownership of your own career? Why not like and subscribe to this channel and really get these videos? Also comment, right? So like, I'm gonna own this relationship with you. Do you wanna own this commitment back to the channel? If so, like and subscribe right now. And number 3, if you're leading yourself and if you take ownership and you're actually going to get things done and be that leader, then number 3, you have to actually be present as that leader. Meaning you're leading yourself, you take ownership, but now you have to be present. And so it's your job to look ahead, to anticipate, to think, to plan, to really look out into the future, and you can't do that if you're bogged down with menial tasks, right? If you're steering the ship, you can't be down on the lower deck sweeping, right? If you're actually like being present and being the leader of this team, you can't be off at Home Depot, right? You have to be present. And so one of the things that leaders often do, or almost leaders, is that they get busy in the thick of thin things, meaning they are all in the minutia, they're in the details, they're too low level, they're micromanaging, they're in the places where they shouldn't be, and they're abdicating their role as the leader and watching and anticipating and planning and supporting and providing the things that their team needs. So don't be too busy. You must be able to lead, and you must have thinking time, probably at least 15 minutes to 60 minutes a day in thinking time. And as a leader, at least 5 weeks off PTO thinking and planning and anticipating and being that leader. And don't be too closed-minded, right? So if you have the time and you are paying attention, don't block those ideas from coming in. Don't be closed-minded. And so I'll give you a book reference for that, which I think everyone should read, and it's called Leadership and Self-Deception. It's absolutely fantastic. And that book will really show you as a leader how to not get triggered and how to not close off. So again, just in conclusion for those key three is I want you to lead yourself, take extreme ownership, and be present and be available, and don't be closed-minded even if you are available. Those are the first three things that I want to encourage you for how to be a leader to your people. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the key five. I've talked to you about it before. I love these. You'll see them probably in every video. I got this from Patrick Lencioni, and it's very clearly described in the book, The Motive. Number one, if you want to be a leader, you will build the team as your number one priority. Remember, first two, then what? Second, you will have hard conversations. You don't have to have them hard, but you have to have those difficult conversations. Number three, manage, coach, mentor, and lead your direct reports. You don't leave people alone. You love them, you coach them, you provide what they need, you provide them training, you connect. You must be in it and really manage, coach, and mentor your direct reports. And then number four is to have remarkable meetings. Great leaders do not have stupid, horrible, sucky meetings. You have to have good meetings that are effective, that rally that team together, because that's actually your theater, your area, your environment where you lead is in meetings. So if you want to lead, then have a good leadership environment, have a good engagement environment. And number five, scaling clarity, scaling communication, communicating over and over and over. Where are we going? Why are we doing this? Who are we, right? Leaders do those key five. If you want the book reference, it's the book, The Motive, by Patrick Lencioni as a part of the Table Group. And I do want to say before I leave that, I almost left it too soon. If you do those five, you will become a multiplier leader. I love the book Multipliers. It's really a fantastic book. But great leaders don't diminish and control and get too down into the weeds and waste people's time. They elevate and multiply the behaviors of others. So always be a multiplier leader, and you will do that if you do those five things. Actually, it's probably six, because the sixth one is subscribe to this channel, like and comment. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but like definitely leaders will want to, that means you, subscribe to this channel, because we want to hang out together and we're sharing really good content. So love you. Thanks for that. Now here are the two things that are going to accelerate your whole leadership journey. Number one, give first. This is not cliche. This is not BS. I'm telling you, givers gain and takers lose. If you give to your people, support them, educate them, train them, connect with them, be clear with them, and you're giving, and you're not just like psychotically like looking at your own needs and using people for your own selfish needs and for your own career, they will all blossom and elevate you along the way. You cannot be a leader and not give. There's a great book that I'll link you to called The Go-Giver. It's absolutely fantastic. Another one is called The Leader Without a Title. I love those books. They completely changed my life and any leadership involvement I've ever had. And secondly, leadership is all about service. You have not arrived to a position so that you can get things now. You've arrived to a position so you can serve. Meaning it doesn't get easier as you become a leader or as you go up the ranks or up the ladder, as people say. It gets harder. You get to do the horrible things. You get to have the hard conversations. You get to go dig into like high risk decisions. You get to like do the hard gut-wrenching things, right? You get to tell an employee, hey, we're switching your position. You get to terminate people. Hope it doesn't happen, but these are hard things. And if you come at it from a me standpoint instead of a I'm here to serve you, you're going to be in trouble. But if you actually go at it with a service mentality, then you'll keep the people at the forefront. You will elevate them, and you'll have the influence that leaders have, because ultimately leadership is about influence. So always give first and always serve. Do not arrive in your position thinking you're owed something or that it's all about you. It's not about you. By the way, the CEO of our company tells me that all the time. It's okay. It's not about you. It's not about me. So I'm going to give you a really neat gift down in the description below. I'm going to link you to 5 of my favorite books when it comes to leadership in construction specifically. Number 1, The Motive. Number 2, leadership and self-deception. It will help you keep a calm head and not be triggered and really put things in the right mental frame. Number 3, you knew I was going to mention it, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Who doesn't love that book? Number 4, The Go-Giver. And number 5, The Leader Without a Title. At the end of the day, leadership is amazing, but leadership comes from a fundamental desire to bless the lives of other people. That's why you want to lead. You don't lead because you want something from them. That's called being a taker. That's called takership. That's not leadership. Leadership is I want to give and elevate the people that I'm leading in this group. So it comes from a fundamental desire to bless people. I know that's what you want while you're here. So I hope that these concepts have really helped you. I really want you to go down to the description. I want you to subscribe so you can get more videos. And I want to take this journey with you. So I'll see you on the next video. On we go.